started. It was 4.5 billion years ago. And then, blah 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 blah, until the Ice Age ends, and the next big event, we have Estonia. Since then, Estonians have been living here for 10,000 years, being one of the first to settle down in Europe. If you saw Estonia's natural and pure environment, you would love to stay here for 10,000 years as well. Although the most recent echo of the Big Bang, the Kali meteorite, the biggest meteorite in the history of our Earth in the human era, hit Estonia's biggest island not more than 4,000 years ago, the Big Bang Theory was not created in Estonia. And I'm not talking about the TV series, but the theory itself. But Estonian science has literally shaped the world. Our astronomist Struve added one meridian to the globe and found out that the Earth is not perfectly round, but a bit compressed at the poles, being more like a pumpkin, or like a football at the moment of kicking. One might think that this is the beginning of the flat Earth theory. No, it's more like the end of it. Estonian astronomists have done a lot of great work since then. Ernst Öpik made the telescope free of aberrations to look at the stars more like the way they really appear. Actually, Ernst Öpik was the first to prove that the universe is much bigger than our own galaxy. Another Estonian astronomist, Jaan Einasto, found the dark matter. In fact, dark matter is not somebody's troubled thoughts, but it belongs to the important building blocks of the universe. Jaan Einasto also found out that the universe was in the shape of a honeycomb. Estonian scientists have been great in other fields than astronomy as well. For example, our great biologist Pär found out that all mammals in the world have over... Oh, come on, camera! The very same Pär also discovered that all the rivers in the world have one bank higher than the other. That's again because the world is round, which shows again that we Estonians are not really the flat Earth theory fans. We know that the flat Earth theory has fans all around the globe, and we do have some also in the second year of kindergarten. Okay. So, we Estonians are rich in terms of genes. We have a lot of genes. So many that we have founded a special bank for them. The National Gene Bank. The Estonian Genome Center, comprising genetic data from over 50,000 people. Estonians are really big and wealthy gene bankers. And the interest in gene banking business is the wealth of the investors, the people. And we know a lot about genes. Our geneticists, Mait Metspalu and Toomas Kivisilm, made an interesting discovery in the genealogy of the whole humanity. They concluded, based on the research, that modern humans migrated out of Africa in 2 waves, not just one. So, once again, even though we are not the creators of the Big Bang Theory, we know a lot about beginnings of things. As another example, evidence of the earliest sexual act in the history of evolution was discovered in Estonia. It's a fossil of aquatic creatures' penetration for reproduction 385 million years ago. It's a really long practice of making love, isn't it? I hardly think that it has something to do with the history of sex, but this was also invented in Estonia. The first synthetic rubber that entered production in an industrial scale was created in the University of Tartu more than 100 years ago. Today, we have 5 universities in Estonia, but the first one, the University of Tartu, was founded by the King of Sweden in 1632. We have long traditions of communication. We have always been great sailors. Starting from the early medieval period, we have been great merchants. Many great nations and culture of this region have influenced us, such as the German language and culture, and the Russian literature and Swedish education. What is more, Estonians don't just have the most genes in the world, but we have always been great in communication. We have the most internet per person, so we have the best access to information in the world. Some Estonian companies have entered the world arena. Skype, today owned by eBay and Microsoft, TransferWise, into which the venture capitalist Branson has invested. Today, even the work of our government is paperless. Estonian science is rich in cultural theory as well. We had our own school of cultural semiotics with the world-famous semiotician Jüri Lotman. And Estonia is home to one of the world's biggest folklore collections. But the national culture for us is not just a collection of old papers, it's a pretty living and powerful tradition. The Estonian nation as a whole uses culture for fighting for freedom. When the Chinese have martial arts, Estonians have martial arts too. We use singing to fight the enemy. 25 years ago, we made the Soviet Empire fall just by singing together. That was called the Singing Revolution. And it was quite a big bang in the history. So, that's Estonia, a small country that you probably knew almost nothing about. But in fact, there's so much to discover. And now, let's get live. Dear young scientists from all over the world, hello in real life as well. I am Helena, and it is a great pleasure to welcome you on the behalf of the Estonian team of the International Science Contest. Welcome to Estonia, and welcome to Tallinn. And welcome to the opening ceremony of the European Union Contest of Young Scientists. I'm sure it is going to be an exciting event for all of us. But before we get started, let it be said that in addition to passing a crash course of Estonian history, you also saw a selection of the best of Estonian pop music on the screen. I hope you found it inspiring. But now, to the main matters. I am so pleased to welcome on the stage for a greeting the Minister of Education and Research, Mailis Reps. The floor is yours.
Dear young scientists, supervisors, guests, organizers, I understand the speech, which I'm supposed to be telling you all the fantastic things about Estonia, has already been read to you. Welcome to Estonia. For all of you who are participating in this contest, good luck for all of you. Estonia has a special opportunity to host this competition in the same period that it holds the presidency of the Council of the European Union. It is a time when discussions are taking place for both assessing the midterm results of a current education and research cooperation agreement and looking ahead for the future. Estonia is internationally well known for its education at the basic school level and its high results on the PISA tests. But we want children and young people to develop big goals and an interest in learning and research early in life. The state supports research in different ways among young people. Estonia has held a national contest of young scientists for school children since 2002. And many of the young Estonians who have taken part in these competitions have gone far in both research and their everyday life in general. We have made a STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, a subject of a priority and we are seeing a high percentage of graduates in these fields. The share of those who are looking to enter IT programs is constantly rising, and Estonia's digital and IT sector developed looks sure to be driven by a new generation of talent. Increasingly so, Estonia is a destination for studying and research. The activities in the Study in Estonia and Research in Estonia programs, the provision of English language programs, and of course, above all, growing academic level of Estonian universities and scholars in many fields has helped to open up Estonia to greater international cooperation. I hope that many among you will also find your way back to Estonia in close future. Research conducted by students in the school lays the foundation for interest in science and research in a later life. Everyone needs the experience of being engaged in research and using the scientific methods and a systematic approach, and developing the ability to present one's research topics. The latter, in turn, requires good communication and the social skills. And a greater importance should be placed on the role of these as well. Dear participants, dear talents, dear jury, I really wish you all a very successful competition, and I hope you also find the time to forge new contacts and tie lifelong friendships. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now we are happy to give the floor to the representative of European Commission, Karen Slavin. Please, the floor is yours.
Good morning, and please don't panic by the number of pages. It's all in very big print. Minister, distinguished guests, young scientists, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome from the European Commission to Tallinn. I am very pleased to be here today and to welcome you on behalf of the European Commission. As I said last night when I addressed the young scientists at the Seaplane Museum, I really feel privileged to be here in this beautiful city, surrounded by such wonderful people at my favourite event of the year. I do lots of different jobs for the Commission. I manage projects, I run committees, I attend conferences, but this is my favourite, and I hope you'll see why over the next couple of days. As the Minister said, it's also a very special time for Estonia, as Estonia holds the presidency of the European Union for the first time. Incidentally, when I said to my daughter, who's 19, that I was going to mention the presidency of the European Union, she told me not to go on about it for too long because the young scientists only want to hear the basic facts. So I won't say too much. But the presidency is an important event in Europe, and the EU rotates every 6 months, and during that time the presidency country sets the agenda for what will be discussed. And this is a presidency event this year in Estonia, and we will be honoured to have the President at the award ceremony, as we're honoured to have the Minister of Education at this ceremony. I'd like to start by addressing the young scientists to congratulate you on your work and your achievements so far. These achievements have brought you here today. And for most of you, it will be the first time competing in an international stage. This probably seems daunting, and it may also be the first time that you've travelled abroad. But putting the actual competition aside, at the European Commission, we would like and ask you to make the most of the whole experience. Listen to other people's views, visit other projects at the stands, go to the interesting talks and meet interesting people and ask as many questions as possible. And remember, you are already winners yourselves. Try not to spend the whole time focusing on winning a prize here. In my view, the biggest prizes are for those who enjoy the experience, make the most of the whole process, and take home the best memories. The prizes are fantastic, they're an addition, but the memories are just as important. I would also invite you, when you're here, to visit this incredible city. It's a very interesting city and certainly merits time walking around and visiting it. I'm going on too long, so I'm not going to say too much. Previous contestants have gone on to great things from this contest. We had an Irish girl, Sarah Flannery, a few years ago, who's now a CEO of her own software firm in Silicon Valley. We had two Irish, the Colliston brothers, who I can't remember, but I think won a third prize at EUCYS, and they're millionaires becoming billionaires in Silicon Valley as well. We're very honoured to have 4 people in the jury who were previous contestants, and they won prizes and they have their own established careers. So for you, these achievements may seem far ahead. Bear in mind that you are following in the footsteps of successful scientists, but they all started in the same position as you are in today. It is an exciting time and an exciting journey. And no matter what career path you choose, the work you've contributed, as well as the few days you spent here, will shape your future. Finally, I would like to wish each and every one of you the best over the next few days, but as I said earlier, remember that you are all winners already. Before finishing, I would like to extend my thanks personally on behalf of the European Commission to the Estonian Research Council for organising and hosting the contest with the Estonian Ministry of Education. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you. I'm probably going to get into trouble now because people say when you're thanking organisations you shouldn't mention individual people, but I'm going to break that rule and apologise in advance to those who I offend, but I think it would be very wrong not to mention and to thank especially Lena Raju and Terje Tusk for the 24-hour service. And I would actually ask you all to give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you. And finally, I would like to thank the jury for coming here today. I know you have a very difficult task ahead of you. Thank you.
Thank you for the inspiring speech. And now, last but not least, a greeting from the Deputy Mayor of Tallinn, Mihhail Kõlvart. The floor is yours.
Is it my bottle? Minister, Mrs. Slavin, dear guests, dear young scientists, welcome to Tallinn. It's my privilege to welcome you in our wonderful historic city. Next year, on 2018, we celebrate 100 years of independence of the Republic of Estonia. A little bit less than 10,000 years. Estonia as a country is young, as you. For a country, it's not even early teenage years when you compare it to the life of a person. Also, next year, Tallinn will be 770 years old city. Tallinn, as a mature city, has a lot to offer to Estonia. Many appreciated our city for its aesthetical value, for architecture, arts, and music. Tallinn is also a city which brings together business-minded and entrepreneurs. Tallinn values education and sees potential in young people. Tallinn supports them in their path, exploring their potential. Our students already have shown excellent results in international science Olympiads. Last year, students from 8 schools from Tallinn brought home 20 medals. But the purpose of education has never been simply to acquire knowledge, but to obtain skills to make connections and see patterns. Actually, I have the martial arts background and not only singing. My passion is Taekwondo. We just got back from North Korea, from the Taekwondo World Championship with my students, literally an hour and a half ago. As you know, airport is not far away. I'm proud of our team, and we have brought home 3 medals. But what is the connection between education and martial arts, Taekwondo? Martial art has taught me to respect every human being, that each person has value. There is no room for prejudice on tatami. There you have to be ready for everything. On tatami, you understand that every person has intrinsic value. A person you value becomes your teacher. Every sparring partner is your teacher. By being open, you see how much value each person carries and how much knowledge he or she can share with you. People are carriers of different cultures, languages, and ways of thinking. Everyone is unique with their knowledge. By coming together, we can create new connections, see patterns, and bring forth new knowledge. One of the most influential philosophers of science of the 20th century, Sir Karl Raimund Popper, has said, "True ignorance is not the absence of knowledge, but the refusal to acquire it." Today, we have the same choice: to be open-minded, notice the sources of information, make connection between people and knowledge, or to remain closed, pushing away what is new and unknown. This is your opportunity to be coming together here. You came here to compete with each other, but you will also learn from one another, from each other's culture, language, by letting your peers to become your teachers. As I said, I returned from North Korea, and to finish, I would like to leave a thought to you what was said in 1960s. It was complicated and intense time in the world. The time characterized by Cold War, in Germany building of the Berlin Wall, there is a war in Vietnam, nuclear threat, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Many are afraid of a start of the Third World War. Against the tumult of the early 60s, President of the United States of America, Kennedy inspired university graduates to strive for what may be the biggest goal of them all, world peace. Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it's unreal. But that is dangerous. Defeatist belief, it leads to the conclusion that war is inevitable, that mankind is doomed, that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. Our job is not to accept that. Our problems are man-made, therefore they can be solved by man. And man can be as big as he wants. Dear friends, don't be so serious. Please enjoy your time in Tallinn. Our city is wonderful. And you are always welcome back with your friends and families. Thank you.
Thanks again to our esteemed patrons. But now, young ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to introduce the honorable jury members of the contest. There are many of them, and they are already preparing for the work awaiting them. So we are not going to invite them on the stage now. However, we will introduce them on the screen. Here they are. Franco Alghieri, Austria. Victoria Bloodworth, Denmark. Maria Cordina, Malta. Tony Fagan, Ireland. Mella Freven, Belgium. Milena Horvat, Slovenia. Hans Langeveld, the Netherlands. Morten Lenholm, United Kingdom. Maria Ljubanova, Germany. Lidia Mattia, Serbia. Estelle Moussou, France. Margus Nitso, Estonia. Jan Olivier, France. Luisa Pereira, Portugal. Lina Tomasella, Italy. Zuzanna Zimanska, Poland. Mira van Thielen, Belgium. And Anna Zayakina, Latvia. And last but not least, the president of the jury is Attila Poriks. Attila, please join me on the stage. Have the floor.
So I was told that I don't have to have a speech right now, so I'm not really prepared, but I'd like to second Karen on her thoughts on let this contest be as a more of an interaction event than a competition event. So I wish you will have a great time besides competing, and wish you will have the opportunity to interact with each other, talk to each other, and meet new and make new friends here, make new international friends, because later you will learn that these connections will be very important in your professional life. And I wish you a good competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, and the best of luck for the coming days. May the force be with you. Dear young competitors, now the moment has come to reveal which countries are participating in the contest this year. We would like to ask for the flags to be brought in. Yes? But you, dear teams, after your flag is placed, we ask you to introduce yourself. I will give you a sign, and then don't hold back. But everybody stand up and feel free to shout your greetings. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Then let's start. Let's welcome the representatives of Estonia. And Estonia, please. Thank you. European schools. European schools, please. Thank you. Germany. And Germany, please. Oh, guten Tag. Danke schön. Austria. And Austria, please. Belgium. Belgium, please. You're happy to be here. Yes, great, thank you. Belarus. And Belarus, please. Woo! Bulgaria. Bulgaria, please. Hey. Canada. Canada, please. Hello, thank you. China. And China, please. Thank you so much. Cyprus. And please, Cyprus. Thank you. Denmark. Denmark, hey. Thank you. Egypt. And Egypt, please. Thank you. United States of America. And United States of America, please. Nice to have you here. Spain. And Spain, please. Thank you. And now Finland. Please, Finland. Thank you. France. And France, please. Georgia. Please, Georgia. Greetings. Hungary. And please, Hungary. Ireland. And please, Ireland. Thank you. Iceland. And please, Iceland. Thank you. Israel. And Israel, please. Happy New Year. Italy. And Italy, please. Good luck. Latvia. Please, Latvia. Thank you. Good luck. Lithuania. Please, Lithuania. Thank you. Luxembourg. And please, Luxembourg. Thank you. Norway. Hello, Norway. Thank you. Poland. Poland, please. Thank you. Portugal. Portugal, please. Thank you. South Korea. And South Korea, please. Thank you. United Kingdom. And United Kingdom. Thank you. Welcome. Russia. And Russia, please. Thank you. Slovakia. Please, Slovakia. Thank you. Slovenia. And please, Slovenia. Good luck. Sweden. And Sweden, please. Thank you. Welcome. Switzerland. And Switzerland, please. Hello. Czech Republic. And Czech Republic, please. Wherever you are, we welcome you. Turkey. And Turkey, your greetings. Thank you. Have fun, everybody. And now, Ukraine. Ukraine, please. Thank you for being here. Good luck. It is amazing how many of you are here today. And the most important moment has now arrived. We would like to invite on the stage to cut the symbolic ribbon of the European Union Contest of Young Scientists in a high-tech manner. Mailis Reps and Karen Slavin, please have the floor. Just this way, this way. Okay. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Mailis Reps and Karen Slavin. Thank you. Thank you. European Union Contest of Young Scientists, Tallinn is officially open. Let's have an applause. Congratulations. Dear young geniuses, what I wish you is a bold heart, cold nerve, and inspiring new synapses in your head. I hope you will have many new acquaintances and wonderful encounters, and have a good Estonia. The opening ceremony is now concluded by one of the most trickster-like figures in Estonian music, the multi-instrumentalist and composer Tiit Kikas on a laser harp. See you all soon. Good luck.
lapsepõllust veril oli 11-aastane poiss, küll läksin päevast kokka poisiks. Olin meremees ja vahepeal, kui 14 aasta sõda oli, siis olin sõda langisin Saksamaalt vangis, olin seal noore aasta ja pärast läksin jälle merele. Sõitsin mul 18 aasta päevast Pootsmanis saama ja nüüd olen Paloosis vana krenk valmis. Peale selle õppisin vana aja sees veel nüüd, siis kui oma isa veel oli, vana Joss ära suri juba ja siis nägin seda, et torupullimeest järgi ja oma isast jäi ka siit veel järgi ja hakkasin tasahilju siin ikka katsumi ja ennem ma olin löötsamees, mängisin löötspilli.